What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, here to share my insights to the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up like button for the YouTube algorithm and do not forget to subscribe. So we got some exciting news in, and I'm gonna let y'all know why, and we're gonna connect a couple dots along the way. So Shiba Inu, anonymous whale, gobbles up 150 billion shib. So obviously these whales know something is about to take place. We already know what's going to happen with the release of Shiba Eternity card game on October 6th. But let's take a look at this article real quick, and then we'll do some technical analysis as well to determine what the price is likely to do during this next breakout. So Shiba Inu, anonymous whale, gobbles 150 billion shib. Shiba Inu has quickly evolved into one of the most popular meme coins. Even though it has a lower market value than Doge, it is much further ahead in terms of development. The team has been continuously working on several initiatives like the Shiba Inu card game, the Shiba Eternity card game, Shibarium, and several others that are under works. The rising prominence has made SHIB an eye grabber among whales. Several whales have stacked up millions and billions of SHIB. Several whales have also been actively buying and dumping SHIB. And one of the recent data from Etherscan, anonymous whales have anon whales have gobbled up 150 billion SHIB. So as per the data from Etherscan, an anonymous whale has moved 150 billion SHIB to an anonymous wallet. The SHIB was transferred to a SHIB wallet address on the crypto.com exchange. Even after the large transaction, the whale still has 23.9 trillion SHIB in its wallet. So that is a very large amount, y'all, and I'm gonna show y'all how much that equals in a second. In the past week, another whale grabbed over 560 billion SHIB as the token spiked slightly. The whales could be anticipating a greater increase in SHIB's value during the next week. This may be because Shiba Eternity's October 6th release date was made public. Additionally, somewhere in October, the Shibarium public beta testnet ought to be available. So we got other large media outlets in the crypto space also speculating that Shibarium will still be released in October, even though we were expecting it to be released by the end of September. You know, if for something, you know, of this magnitude, it's okay if they, you know, have to tweak a few things at the end to, you know, make sure security is in place and whatnot. So the release of its collectible card game has been keenly anticipated by the Shiba Inu community. Over the past few months, the network has been providing upgrades in this regard. Recently, various parts of the world have gained access to the game. The Shiba Eternity, however, will make its debut on October 6th. So at this time of writing, SHIB is trading at the 11 level with a 0.13 drop in the last 24 hours. The community is expecting a price hike with the launch of the much awaited Eternity game. So let's take a look at the price real quick. We know there's a scenario called buy the rumor, sell the news, where people you know, speculate on the price of an asset increasing during a major catalyst being released. And we may see a lot of selling pressure. You know, we could see a lot of people hyped up and SHIB actually having a lot of volume, but look at the amount of tokens that whales are holding. So we have to expect that some of these whales are going to be prepared to take some profits. Remember, you know, the majority of the SHIB army is looking to hodl diamond hand, but there are also day traders, swing traders and whatnot, scalpers that will also do this with SHIB and take profits along the way. I told y'all that during a bear market, short-term traders or, you know, day traders or whatnot are likely to make more profit because they're buying low and selling high. During a bear market, long-term traders usually don't begin to see profit until the market turns around. So, you know, I'm not trying to say this to change your strategy or anything. I'm just making you aware of this. So remember, none of this is financial advice either. You got to always do your own due diligence and never risk more than you're willing to lose. But you know, if your strategy is long-term holding, then you shouldn't have let the short-term fluctuations affect, you know, your strategy. Remember, plan your trade and trade your plan. If you came in a game and you said, you know, I'm going to have a long-term outlook for this asset, then keep that. Now, of course, your outlook can change along the way, but as you do different, you know, analysis or updating your, you know, your strategy. But if it hasn't, if you haven't done that, then everything should still be the same. So, and of course, you can always start a separate bag as well if you would like to try to be a little riskier and not throw off your average cost in your other wallet. You can always grab another bag. And remember, I tell y'all as well not to put all your eggs in one basket, just in case one wallet ends up being compromised somehow, because a lot of people new to the crypto space can end up making some types of mistakes where you can end up getting your wallet compromised. So just be aware, never give out your seed phrase. And if anybody airdrops you some free tokens or something like that, be very leery of it. It could 99% of the time be a scam, where it's called a dusting scam. You can look more into it, look up dusting scam, and you'll see a crypto dusting scam, and you'll see that they're airdropping tokens to you. And once you go to try to sell or move these tokens, transfer them to a different wallet or something, you're giving them access to be able to liquidate your wallet. They could sell anything inside of your wallet and basically take all your funds. So please be aware, don't be greedy. If it sounds too good to be true, it most likely is. But right now we got the volume on SHIB up 28.6%. So the volume is increasing. People are getting in position. Let's take a look at the chart. So if we zoom in here, we can see we're trading in this downtrend here. But if we take a closer look where we are now, in this area, we're forming an ascending triangle. So that's when we have, basically a flat support area over here where the price shows us we're seeing resistance, but we have an ascending support line. What this is a bullish pattern. This tells us that the price is likely to see a breakout to the upside. Now you have to understand, it doesn't mean that this is 100% accurate. It's just what's likely. And also understand that there's multiple triangles or patterns that can be found within other triangles. So some people may chart it up differently, but you just go off the way that you've learned. So here though, looking at this pattern, you would measure to try to target your price target, your breakout. You would measure the opening of the triangle to this point of support here. So if we measure that, we would get this here, this line here. Oh, let me take it off paintbrush. So we would get this line here. We measure from here to here, basically. So we would, the breakout could happen anywhere outside of this support line, resistance line. So this resistance line here, once the price breaks outside of this area here, and why it looks, even better, because once we do step outside of this area, we'll be breaking finally this downtrend we've been trading in since basically August 14th, once we can step outside of this trend line here, this here. So but once we break out of that, we can have a price target of the opening of the triangle. So the buy signal is when we see the price, the candles break outside or above this resistance line and come back and test it as a support. That's when you will want to go long. That's if you were like day trading, looking at it from that aspect. But as somebody who's just holding Shiba Inu and watching what it's doing, this is what it would look like to me that the price is likely to do. We might bounce around a little bit in between this range, getting up to October 6th, the release of Shiba Eternity, and that might be bullish enough to take us outside of this downtrend, which will allow us to test the 12 level. And once we test that 12 level in this ascending triangle, this may break us out and give us a breakout up to this around the 13, maybe 13 and a half level, that 13.5 level, maybe 14 if it really pumps. But remember, this can happen anywhere. It can happen here, it can happen here, it can happen here, it can happen here. I just placed it here because this is where the end of the triangle, this is where this ascending support line crosses with the resistance line at the top of the triangle. So that's like, the latest that we would expect it to take place, but it can happen anytime before here. Now, if that happens, we may see a triple top taking place, which is technically a bearish sign. Now, why may that happen is possibly a lot of whales are loaded up on SHIB. So when SHIB does touch that, around that 14 level, a lot of them may possibly take some profits. And that could possibly create some negative selling pressure and push us back down to retest either this support line from this ascending support line here, or we may come back and retest 12.5 areas back until we, start trading and break it again. And then I believe after that, we'll be targeting around the 16 range. This is how this ascending support line moves. So it takes us somewhere to this 16 range. And then I believe eventually we'll test this 18 level. Once we break outside of the 18 level, that's where we've seen some major support over here in these areas, or we can now know that it will be resistance once we're fighting back from the upside, which is likely to be a hard area to break through. But if we can break through that, then we might be headed back towards those 26 levels that I've been predicting. Now remember, this is not a crystal ball, so we can't be 100% accurate. Nobody is ever 100% accurate. This is just what we're speculating. So take this with a grain of salt, but hopefully this is still informative to the point where you can understand what an ascending triangle is and how to calculate the breakout. Now let's say we get a breakout to the upside. This is where we can expect it to go. But also we could see a bad situation if we get some bad news or something like that happens, where we get a breakout to the downside, and that could take us right back down to that 10 level where we see support from here. And notice how we get support right in that area. This is how you can almost confirm that these levels are very accurate by looking at previous support and resistance areas. But that's all we got for this video, man. Hopefully y'all are excited. Hopefully y'all are prepared, because when SHIB starts to take off, y'all, it happens very, very quickly. It doesn't give you a warning. What happens is the price will move up so fast that you'll be almost afraid to buy it because it's so much more expensive. You'll see the SHIB that you have in your wallet, you'll see those gains, looking nicely, but then you'll be wondering like, sheesh, should I buy more at this price or should I wait for it to pull back? And what some people try to do is wait for that pullback, and SHIB ends up taking off again. And now it's even more expensive. So now people may FOMO in, then the price may start to see some selling pressure, pull back. People may get shaken a little bit, start to sell, but then now the price pumps up even higher again, and now people just don't even know what to do. So hopefully you don't get left in that situation. I'm DecemberDeMarco. That's all we got for this video. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Oh, also check the links in the description section of this video if you're interested in getting any of my courses. I got my stock options trading course, my technical analysis course, or my crypto 101 course. Reach out to me via email, DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram too. A lot of y'all don't know I got Twitter and Instagram @DecemberDeMarco, the same way the channel is spelled. And we are out.